Hello, yeah, we're getting ready to show you some more information on the ceiling bed. I did one and it seemed like people had a lot of questions. So hopefully this will clear some of it up. But basically you can see this door track. All it is a 2x4 that I notched out with a saw, a skill saw. You make a few passes. So it's just a slot there, you know, so that's what this C-channel. I purchased some C-channel from Greer Tank. It's a little metal company. I think you can actually get this at Lowe's too. And I cut the ears off right here and up top, so it only left that flat piece that fits right in here. I rounded it off just so it wouldn't catch, but overall that's basically it. And you can see I did some 2x4s to make the frame of the bed. I kind of notched these so they fit in there pretty nice. I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be that pretty. But anyhow, we did that. The top is just plywood. I did mine in 3 sections so that it could turn into a couch when I lower it. But anyhow, the other little trick over here is I use turnbuckles that I hook my cables through. You can see I kind of just came down through and then went over to the turnbuckles. The turnbuckles are real nice for easy adjustment. When I first built this thing, I didn't have the turnbuckles, and I kept just having to slide the cables, and it was a real pain. So the turnbuckles, I mean, for $2 each at Lowe's or Home Depot, wherever you shop, it sure makes it worthwhile. So this way you can adjust your cables, because when you actually get the bed working, you'll see one side might be a hair lower, and so this way you can adjust them real easy and quick. So anyhow, I think I explained in the last video that this is a bunk bed. You can see I haven't even painted these yet, but the bed actually comes down to here. I put an air mattress underneath, and I actually sat in it. It could sit up without hitting my head, so that's a good area that we figured the bunk bed would work out as. Plus, we have a big Rottweiler who goes riding with us, so I have a trailer for him. Well, the time I get my 2 4-wheelers in here, there's no room for the trailer. I lower this down, I put the trailer up on top of the bed without the cushions on, and set it on there, and it actually works out pretty well. So what I'm going to do is I'll pop these off, and I mean, a guy could do this with screws if he wanted to, or magnets, or whatever. I just bought these things because it looked like they'd hold them on there pretty good. So I'll pop these off all 4 sides. Actually, those are off right now because I've tried to do this before. So anyhow, you can see we got the tracks up. I actually built some cabinets because the tracks actually support the cabinets pretty well. But anyhow, we'll come over here. And like I said, you can see the hand crank. You know, this is just a boat crank we got from Amazon. And what I did is I wound up going through this hook, but I would delete this hook and just go cut it off and go right through there next time. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and lower it down. And you'll see that it just lowers right down. The hook actually catches on stuff too. That's another reason to delete it. But you can see it kind of goes through. I actually kind of push it a little bit there just because of the hook. But you see it lowers right down to the height we want, which is all the way down in this case. So the first thing I want to show you is the way the cables are run. That's what everybody kept asking me. So I have cables on all 4 sides of the bed, or all 4 corners I should say. You can see they run up, over through the pulley, and down to the crank for that side. This one just runs right up and turns around and goes back down to the crank again. Now the other side, of course, you have more pulleys. You got the up, over, back over through another pulley. Some of these you can run through too because they run at the same speed. But you can see they run right over and down. So it actually worked out pretty well. My wife actually made these fancy little cushions. We did it in 3 pieces because we entertain a lot. And of course, as Alaska, you spend a little more time in a camper than you would in other places. So we wanted to make this into like a little couch. So this actually folds up to a nice little couch like that. And like I said, originally we were going to make the mattress longer, but this works out really nice for a place to store beds and stuff. So I don't know what else I can tell you about the ceiling bed. I mean, it works really well for us, and like I say, we're not high-dollar glampers, but we actually do get a lot of use out of this trailer up here. We hunt and fish and camp quite a bit. So anyhow, hopefully this clears things up.